Hello students. So yesterday we have done uh, subtraction without borrowing, okay, and the questions from the exercise 4.1. So simple basic subtraction we have done in our previous exercise, that is 4.1, okay. So today we will start with the subtraction with borrowing or decomposing. Okay, so today, before starting our topic, because here we have to decompose the various um, um, various places okay, just forget that, and we will start with this. Just before starting the topic, just read these given subtraction very carefully. Okay, 110 is equal to 10 ones. 110 is equal to 10 ones. Okay, 100 is equal to 100 tens. Okay, 1000 is equal to 10 hundreds, and 10,000 is equal to 10 thousands. Okay, I'll explain it to you properly so that you will be able to understand what that actually means. Okay, I'll just show you here. Just the first one is given, 110 is equal to 10 ones. Okay, simply if we write 110, that means 10. Okay, okay, that means 10 is equal to 10 ones. 10 ones. That means this is a 10, this is a tens. At ones place it will be simply 10. 110 will be seen as 10 ones simply. Okay, so this is a simple one. In the next you will understand what I want to say. Just okay, 100 is equal to 10 tens. Okay, how many zeros are in the tens? 1 0 is in the tens. Okay, in tens place we have 1 0. Okay, 100 is equal to 10 tens. Okay, 100, if we separate this is 100, and if we separate these, it will 100 will be separated from it, then it will remain as 10. Okay, we just explain it again. Okay, 100 is equal to, okay, as we, if in tens, you know, all of you know that in tens place we have only 1 0. Okay, if we separate this 1 0, what will remain? 10. So it will be 10 as 10 tens. In tens we have 1 0 na. That's why if we remove this 1 0, it will remain 10. So that tens place it will be 10 tens. That is 0 is equal to this and 10 is equal to this. Clear? Moving to the next. 1000 is equal to 10 hundreds. 1000. How many zeros in 100? 2 zeros in 100. So that means that is 10 100. 100 में हमारे पास कितनी zeros होती हैं? 2. So it will be 10. And 100 में हमारे पास कितनी zeros हैं? 2. 10 100. Okay. Okay. 10,000 is equal to 10,000. Okay. 10,000 में हमारे पास कितनी zeros होती हैं? 4 zeros are there. Okay. Okay, इसको हम we have written it like this. 10,000 equal to 10,000. Okay. sorry, not 10,000 is equal to 10 thousands. Okay, in thousands, how many zeros we are having? We are having 3 zeros. If we separate these zeros, it will become 1000. And the rest is 10. It will become 10,000. Am I clear? Okay, one more time, let's do a revision. Okay, as I have told you, just a quick recall. 1 tens is equal to 10 ones. In tens, how many zeros we are having? 10 0. 10 zeros, zeros, only one. Okay. Okay. So as you all know, in ones we don't have any zero. So it will be simply, if we take this, it will be 10 ones. Okay, because in ones we don't have any zeros. Okay, and in 100 is equal to 10 tens. In 100 we are having 3 zeros, and in as tens we are having how many zeros? 1. So that means if we take 1 out, that will become tens, and the rest is 10, it will become 10 tens. Okay, moving to the next. 1000 is equal to 1000. 1000, how many zeros? 3 zeros. Okay, in hundreds we are having how many zeros? 2. So if we take out 2 zeros, that will become 100, and the rest one is 10. So it is 1000. Clear? Next, 10,000 is equal to 10,000. 10,000 and 10,000, that is different. This is 1/10,000. Okay, in 10,000 we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 zeros, and in 1000 how many zeros are we are having? We are having 3 zeros. It will become 1000, and the rest is become 10,000. Clear? So this is the method we use for decomposing. Okay. Okay, just take the example of, as we read example number 2, subtract a part 3200 from 4000. So here we have to subtract 32,000 from, 3200 from 40,000. Just a second. 4,000, sorry. I'll explain it again. Sorry for the 32,000 from 3200 from 4000. Okay, as you can see the example, the first line here is 4000 is equal to 40 hundreds. 4000 is equal to 40 hundred. How? 4000 is equal to 40 hundred. How? 4000 means 4000. Okay, in 100 we are having how many zeros? 2. That is 100, and the rest one is 40 100. Okay, one more thing I will explain. Okay, 4000 is equal to 40 100. How? Okay, if we separate this and this, in 100 we are having 2 zeros, so that means 40 100, we can also say that it is 40 100. Okay, or 4000 also. So simply in the question we have to subtract 3200 from 4000. So first of all, what we have done, first of all we have changed the 4000 to the 100, that is 40 100. Now we will subtract 3200 from this. The answer will be 800. Okay, simple like this. 4000 has become 40 hundreds and 3200 is same. So after subtracting, okay, the first here, then the first important thing is here that before subtracting 100,000 tens at whatever it is, you have to convert it into the same units. That means the same place value. Sorry, that means if we have to subtract 3200, so that means for, and we are having 4000 here. So first of all we will convert thousands into 100, and only after that we will furtherly subtract. Okay, no, we can't do calculation without um, converting the bigger unit in the smaller. So we can't convert the smaller place value to into the bigger one. For that we have to do multiply, and that is not in our syllabus. So simply the 4000 can easily become 4000, and now 4000 and 3200 both are hundreds. So simply we will subtract. Okay. Okay, and one more thing, the B part, very important one and little bit confusing. Just listen to my words very carefully. Okay, so here the question is we have to subtract 9000, sorry, we have to subtract 6700 from 9000. Okay, that means 9000 minus 6700. As you can see, here it is 9000 and 6000, but there is no hundreds along with 9000. For that, what will we do? We will convert 9000 into 100 also. Into 100 also. Only after that, we will do our calculation. Okay, just see very carefully. Just okay, so here we have to subtract 9000 minus 6000 and 7700. Okay, but we are not having any 100 with 9, and here we are having 100 with 6. So that means we have to change this 9000 into 100 also. So how will you do that? Okay, 9000 is equal to 90, 100 also, but we need 1000 also, so we will not convert into 1000. Simply what will we do? 9, we will decompose, that is called decompose. 9000, okay, if here it is 9000, if we take out 10 from it, it is 9000. If we take out 10 from it, or if we take 1000 from it, here we are having, simply I'll show you, here we are having 9000, and if we take 1000 from it, so what will be it remain? It will remain as 8000. अगर हम 9000 में से 1000 निकाल लेंगे तो कितना बचेगा? 8000. Okay, 8000 is left, and now we can change this 1000 into 100 by 100. Did you understood? Explain again. Here we are having 9000. So first of all, we will take out 1000 from it, and it will remain as 8000. Okay, and the second one, it is 1000 here, that we have taken out from there. Okay, if we convert this 1000 into 100, that means for 100 we will take out 2 zeros, that will become 100. The next 10 is left, that will become 1000. Okay, so digit will become 8000, 1000. Now you can easily subtract. Okay, so what will we do? 9000, okay, it is converted into 8000 and 1000, as we have taken out 1000 from it, and then we converted 1000 into 100, so it has became 1000. Okay, now we simply subtract 6000 and 700. So the answer is 2300. Okay, as it is given here. So first of all, what we have done, we have changed the 9000 into 100 also by taking out 1000 from the 9. If we take out 1000 from the 9, it will remain 8000. Okay, and that 1000 is equal to 1000. 1000 is equal to 1000. So simply we will subtract 6000 and 7000 from 8000 and 1000, and the answer will be 2300. Okay, this is little bit confusing, but just do practice, only then you will be able to understand. Okay, we will do these kinds of summing exercise also. Okay, moving to the next. Subtract 3678 from 8163. As you can see, it is the simple subtraction. Okay, simple subtraction is there, that is we have to subtract 7678 from 8163. Okay, so simply we have to subtract, like, so we have to subtract 3678 from 8163. So we will write it as 8163 minus 3678. Okay, I'll do it again because there is no space for the borrowing. So we will write it as 8163 minus 3678. Okay, so now first of all we will subtract, as we all always start our calculation from the right hand side. So can we subtract 8 from 3? No. For that, what will we do? We will carry, 3 will carry from the 6. So after carrying from the 6, 1 from 6, it will become 13. After carrying from 6, the 3 will become 13 and 6 will remain as 5. 5 is there. So first of all, let's just divide these both of these. 13 minus 8, it will remain as 5. Okay, now 5 is here, and we have now 6 has become 5, and we have to subtract 7. So can we subtract 7 from 5? No. That means it also needs to carry from this, and it will carry from the previous number, that is 1, and it will become 15. We always put carry in the front. We will not add, we will just put 1 in front of the number. So it has become 15, and here the 1 remains as 0, as it has only 1, and the nothing is left because it has already, the one has already given its number to the next number. Okay, so it now it remains as 0. It has become 0. Okay, now 15 minus 7. 15 minus 7 is equal to 8. Okay, now moving to the next, and it is 0 here, and we have to subtract 6. Can we subtract 6 from 0? No. That means 0 also needs to carry from its next previous number, that is 8. So after taking out 1 from 8, it will become 10. It will become 10. Okay, and the 8 will become 7. Okay, so 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. The 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. So the answer is 4485. Okay, so let's just take. Yes, in the last they have given the answer is 4485. No need to do this all long procedure. We will simply divide by borrowing that we were doing in our previous classes also. Okay, let's do one more example. It will be clear to all. So in the example number 4, find the difference between 9423 and 6734. So we have to find the difference between these two numbers, 9423 and 6734. So let's just start. Okay, now we will find out the difference. Now how we will find out the difference? The number was 9423 minus 6734. Okay, so can we subtract 4 from 3? No. So definitely it will borrow from the other number, that is 2, and when the 2 gives out the 1, it will become 13, and the 2 will remain as 1 because 1 is already taken out. So 13 minus 4 is equal to 9. Okay, moving to the next. Moving to the next, now the 1 is here and we have to subtract 3 from 1. Can we subtract? No. So again the 2 1 this number also needs to carry out from this. So it will become 11 and it will remain as 3. So 11 minus 3 is equal to 8. Now next, now 3 minus 7. Is it possible? No. So 3 minus 7, is it possible? No. So it will carry from the other number, that is 9, and it will remain as 8, and it will become 13. 13 minus 7 is equal to, 13 minus 7 is equal to 6. Okay, now the 8 is here. 8 minus 6, is it possible? Yes, it is very much possible. So 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So answer is 2689. So the answer is here. Yes, it is correct. 2689. Okay. So we have done examples. The next example number 5 is same as above. Subtract 67,039 from 92,403. Simply you have to decompose it and then you will subtract. Okay. So let's just move to the exercise. So 4.2, the first sum here is subtract A part 39,000 from 47,000. As you can see, both are in thousands. So we can simply subtract it. Okay. So we 39,000 from 47,000. So we can easily subtract. Okay, you just need to write 47,000 and you will write 1000 properly, okay, because the space is not proper for me, that's why I have written like this. 39,000 minus this. Okay, if we subtract this, it will become 8, that is 8,000. So I'll show you how you will do it in your notebooks. I'm going to do like this only. Okay, 39, subtract 39,000 from 7,000. Sorry, I forget to write the from in between. 39,000, 47,000. I forget to write 40 from. So you will write properly kindly. So 47,000 minus 39,000, that is equal to 8,000. Okay. Moving to the next B part. B part. 49 tenths from 500. Okay, as you can notice here, we have to subtract 49 tenths from 500. That means they both are different units. They both are different units. So first of all, what will we do? We will change the 500 into tenths. As I have told you earlier also that you have to change the bigger into the smaller one. Okay, so 500s will become tens. Okay, if after converting 500s into tens, what will be the answer? Simple one. Let's just here it is 500. So we have converted into tens. Simply just write 500. 500 is here. So we have to convert. As you all know, how many zeros are there in the hundreds? Sorry, in the tens. 1 0. If we take out 1 0, that is tens. The remaining is 50. That is 50 tens. One more way. 500 is here. Okay. That means it has how many? In tens we are having 1 0. So I have taken out this 1 0. The remaining is 50. So the answer is 50 tens. Okay. So how will you do it? Simply, first of all, write 500 is equal to 50 tenths. Then 50 tenths minus 49 tenths. Okay, tens will be tens here. And as we subtract, what will be the answer? 1. 0, 1 or 1? 1 will be the answer. Sorry. 1 is the answer. 0 here. So the answer is 1 tenths. Okay. This is one is a simple one. I'll show you on the notebook how you have to do it. We will do like this. Okay. So 49 tenths from 5 hundredths. So first of all, what we have done, we have converted 5 hundreds into the tens, that is equal to 50 tens, and then 50 tens minus 49 tens, that's the answer is 1 tens. Okay, so these are the two sums that we have done from exercise 4.2 today. So that is called, and this is called decomposing. What we call it? We call it decomposing. Okay, so there are some other parts of this. 4.2, you are having 3 more parts of sum number 1. So C, D and E, try to do it yourself. Okay, so just try, and if you are having any confusion, and I'll just explain it again, okay, whether you are having confusion or not. For today, that is enough. So we have done A and B part of 4.2, and C, D, E, practice it at home yourself, okay, and I'll explain it to you in your next lecture. Okay, but rest of the 3 parts I will explain it to you in the next lecture. Okay, do practice, do work neatly. Okay, good day.